Finglas gangster 23-year-old Brandon Ledwidge was the unfortunate victim of a gangland ting when he answered his front door on Barry Drive, Finglas, November 18th of 2023. At the time of the execution, the gardai had been building a case on Brandon, who was described as a party animal, talented footballer, and a man that always had a hammer on him. The gardai had long expected Brandon Ledwidge to be part of a dangerous Finglas gang that had been selling kilos of Class A, like H and white, and they were known to protect their criminal empire by equipping themselves with guns. When Brandon opened the front door after hearing a knock, his mum was inside the family home too, and tragically it was left to the mum to do the hardest thing ever, identify her own son's body after he was riddled with hole. Now imagine that grief, imagine that unbearable pain. According to reports, Brandon had known there was a very real threat to his life and his family's, so much so that they were advised to leave the family home. However, because Brandon allegedly had guns and a gang around him and a reputation for being a gangster, he took those threats as nothing more than idle chatter. It cost him his life. Now, an unnamed gun man had approached Brandon's home in Barry Drive at the estimated time of 6:50 p.m. The triggerman had knocked on the door once, twice. As soon as Brandon opened the front door, the triggerman went right into K mode. Gun aimed forward and finger on the trig. Brandon was struck with ammo until there was no more casings in the chamber. Now reports say that Brandon had been struck in the face and the chest as soon as he opened the front door. He had no time to warn his mom, retreat or flee. Emergency services were called and they were blue lighted to the scene, where Brandon was given emergency care before being taken to Connolly Hospital in Blanchardstown. However, Brandon was soon pronounced dead a short time later. Now a suspect in the M case had presented himself to the police station at the end of November for questioning. Now this was not just an M, this was an execution. One of the main rumours that had travelled around Finglas was Brandon had been caged because he had apparently made plans to take over a drug operation by force, which had created ripples in the area. Now Brandon had disobeyed direct orders around drug dealing, and furthermore he had got into a brawl with a relative of a gangster, but again this is just speculation. Police also stated at the time of the incident Brandon was due to appear in court to answer to 3 charges, and they included handling criminal property and supplying Class A like white and H. In a grand realm of drug dealers, police say that Brandon was on the scale of a local dealer and not a kingpin, so it didn't make sense for him to be aimed in this brutal fashion. However, for him to be targeted in this manner meant that the drug trade was more valuable than human life. Condolences. Stay safe.